Ever pondered about the magic behind the creation of websites? Well, the answer to that mystery lies in the language that forms the backbone of web development, HTML, or HyperText Markup Language. This standard language is used to create and structure content on the World Wide Web, making it fundamental to building websites and web applications. In this journey, we'll explore the purpose of HTML and its basic structure. We'll delve into the key elements that define and structure different parts of a document, making it easier for web browsers to understand how to display and format content. Furthermore, we'll also touch upon how HTML interacts with other web technologies like cascading style sheets or CSS and JavaScript to build additional functionality and styling. So are you ready to unravel the mystery behind the creation of websites? Let's dive into the world of HTML. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is not as complex as it sounds. Think of it as the building blocks for the internet. It's a markup language, meaning it uses a system of tags to structure and define elements within a document. These elements can be anything from paragraphs and headings to images and links. Now, how do these tags work? They basically serve as instructions for web browsers, telling them how to display and format the content. So when you're scrolling through a web page, every piece of text, every image, every button you see is defined by HTML tags. And as for the other web technologies you often hear about, like cascading style sheets or CSS and JavaScript, they build on the foundation set by HTML, adding styling and functionality. In simple terms, HTML is the foundation upon which the colorful and interactive world of the web is built. Every HTML document follows a specific structure. This structure is like the skeleton of a website, giving it form and organization. Without it, a web page would be just a jumble of unconnected elements. At the top of every HTML document, you'll find the declaration. This line of code might look a bit intimidating, but fear not. All it does is tell the browser that we're using HTML5, the most recent version of HTML. This is typically written as. Next comes the tag. This tag encompasses the entirety of the document. It's like the outermost shell of a nesting doll, containing everything else inside. Often you'll see a language attribute included, like indicating that the content is in English. The HTML tag contains two key sections, the and the. The section is where we place information about the document itself. This might include the character encoding, links to CSS style sheets or scripts. It's also where we define the title of the page, which appears on the Browser tab. Here's an example. The section is where the magic really happens. This is where we put the content that users see when they visit our website. It's home to our headings, paragraphs, images, links, and other visible elements. For instance, the tag signifies the end of the HTML document, neatly wrapping up everything inside. So in summary, an HTML document starts with a declaration, followed by an tag. Inside the tag, we have a section for metadata and a section for visible content. And finally, we close it off with a tag. This is the skeletal framework that every HTML document is built upon. With this structure as our foundation, we can start adding flesh to our skeleton in the form of the diverse elements and tags that HTML has to offer. HTML provides a rich set of elements or tags to structure and define content. This is the heart of HTML, the very essence of it. Let's dive into some of the most common HTML elements that you'll come across regularly. Starting with headings. HTML offers 6 levels of headings, denoted by the tags through. The tag represents the highest level and is typically used for main titles, while is the lowest level, often used for subheadings or footnotes. Next up, we have the humble paragraph, encapsulated within the tag. This tag wraps around blocks of text, creating a distinct paragraph and helping to break up your content into readable chunks. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in the HTML arsenal, links. The tag, short for anchor, is used to create hyperlinks. These can lead to other web pages, different sections of the same page, or even downloadable files. Moving on to lists, we have 2 types, unordered and ordered. The tag is used for unordered lists, where each item is marked with a bullet point. The tag, on the other hand, generates a numbered list, useful for step-by-step instructions or rankings. The tag is where things start to get visual. This tag is used to embed images into a page. The source of the image is specified using the src attribute, and the alt attribute provides a text description for those using screen readers or in case the image cannot be loaded. Tables, represented by the tag, are a way to organize and display data in a grid format. They're composed of rows, defined by, and data cells within those rows, marked by. Forms, represented by the tag, are a vital part of user interaction on the web, allowing users to input data. This can range from a simple search bar to a complex multi-field form for registration. Lastly, we have and. The tag is a block-level container that can wrap around large chunks of content, while the tag is an inline container for small portions of text or individual elements. They don't do much on their own, but when combined with CSS, they become powerful tools for structuring and styling your content. These elements are the building blocks that help us create diverse and engaging web content. They provide us with a wide range of options to structure and define the information on our web pages. By understanding these key elements and how to use them effectively, we can create web pages that are not only visually appealing but also accessible and user-friendly. As we move forward into more complex aspects of web development, remember, these humble elements form the foundation upon which the vast digital landscape of the web is built. HTML doesn't work alone in creating modern web applications. Indeed, it forms a harmonious trio with two other web technologies, cascading style sheets or CSS and JavaScript. Let's delve into how they work together to create the interactive, dynamic websites we use every day. CSS is like the interior designer of the web world. It styles and lays out HTML content, dictating the visual aspects of a web page. Want a background color of cerulean blue? CSS can do that. Need your text to be in a specific font and size? CSS has got you covered. It takes the bare-bones structure provided by HTML and dresses it up, defining colors, fonts, spacing, and other visual properties. On the other hand, JavaScript is the mechanic, adding interactivity and dynamic behavior to web pages. It's what allows your users to interact with your website, changing content, triggering actions, and updating the display in response to user actions. Imagine a simple contact form on a website. HTML lays out the structure of the form, CSS styles it to make it visually appealing, and JavaScript validates the form inputs and sends the data to the server. But that's not all. There are also frameworks and libraries that extend HTML's functionality, providing additional tools for layout, interactivity, and responsive design. Frameworks like Bootstrap offer pre-designed components and a grid system to speed up development and ensure consistency, while jQuery, a JavaScript library, simplifies tasks like HTML document traversal and manipulation, event handling, and animation. In essence, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript form the holy trinity of web development. HTML lays out the structure of a web page, CSS styles the content, and JavaScript adds interactivity. Frameworks and libraries then are like the helpful assistants, providing tools and shortcuts to simplify the development process and enhance functionality. Together, these technologies breathe life into the static structure provided by HTML. So while HTML is fundamental, it's the synergy of these technologies that truly brings the web to life. So, that's a snapshot of HTML, the cornerstone of web development. This brilliant language forms the backbone of the web, defining and structuring the content that fills your screens. From the basic structure of an HTML document, with its declaration, tags, and to the key elements that bring a web page to life, HTML is fundamental. We've explored how HTML uses tags like for headings, for paragraphs, and for links to shape and organize content. And let's not forget, HTML doesn't work alone. It's the foundation upon which CSS adds style and JavaScript injects interactivity, creating a truly dynamic web experience. Frameworks and libraries like Bootstrap and jQuery further extend HTML's functionality, offering additional tools for layout, interactivity, and responsive design. With HTML, the possibilities are endless. It's the first step on your journey to creating amazing web experiences.